Okay. Sweet children, only Shiv Baba is first-class blotting paper who absorbs everyone's sins. Remember him and your sins will be absolved. Question, what are the deepest stains on souls and what effort do you need to make to erase them? What effort do you have to make to erase the deepest stains on the soul? Remembers of that. Body consciousness. There are very deep stains. So what are the stains? There are very deep stains of body consciousness on souls. Souls repeatedly become trapped in someone's name and form. Name and form. Souls don't remember the Father, but continue to remember bodily gains. They continue to cause sorrow for one another's heart. In order to erase these stains, make effort to become soul conscious, right? Cancel out the body conscious. So look at your face in the mirror of your heart. Om Shanti. Sweetest children at all the centers heard the song. Look at yourselves and see how much charity you have performed and how much sins you have erased. The whole world, including the sages and holy men, call out, O purifier. Only the one Father purifies the impure. All others have sin in them. You know that sins are in souls. Charity is also accumulated in souls. It is souls that become pure and souls that become impure. All souls here are impure. They are covered with stains of sin, and this is why they are called sinful souls. How can those sins be removed? When oil or ink is spilled somewhere, blotting paper is used to absorb it. All human beings remember the one, capital O, because he is the blotting paper. Those people bathe in the Ganges for birth after birth and become even more impure. Only Shiv Baba is the blotting paper that purifies the impure. He is the tiniest of the tiny, just a point. He absolves everyone's sin. With what method? He simply says, remember me, the blotting paper. Capital B and capital P. Baba's new title. I am the sentient being. I don't give you any other difficulty. You are souls, points, and I too am a point. He says, simply remember me and your sins will be erased. Now each of you should ask your heart, how many sins have been erased with remembrance and how many sins have I committed? So if you don't do that ever, how do you know what to tell Baba? How many sins will remain? How can you know this? Continue to show others the path of remembering the one blotting paper. So remember the supreme blotting paper. It is good to give this advice to everyone. So this is the memorial of the Shivlingam, Shankar, absorbing, drinking all the poison, which means you have to tell Baba the poison. It's also a wonder how those who are given this advice begin to remember the Father, because those who give the advice don't remember him. So it's a wonder that those who tell everyone the advice remember the blotting paper, they themselves don't remember the blotting paper. This is why their sins are not cut away. Only the one is called the purifier. Many sins have been accumulated. There is the sin of lust. The sin of body consciousness is the number one sin, which is the worst sin of all. The Father says, now become soul conscious. The more you constantly remember him alone, the more the alloy will be burnt away. You have to remember him. Also show this path to others. The more you explain to others, the more you will benefit. So engage yourself in this business, telling people the knowledge and remembrance of the blotting paper. Also tell others, remember the Father, and you'll become a child of his soul. It is your duty to tell others that there is only the one purifier. Although there are many rivers of this knowledge, you have to tell everyone to remember the one. Only he is the purifying. There's a lot of praise of him. He's also the ocean of knowledge. To remember that one Father and to remain soul conscious is the one difficult thing. Father is only telling you semicolon. The Father's only telling you, semicolon. Yet the children of all centers in his mind. Father sees all the children. There are Shiv Baba's flower gardens where his good serves the children are. Baba remembers those who are in good flower gardens. When a wealthy person has 4 or 5 children, he remembers the eldest son. There are varieties of flowers, so Baba also remembers his larger gardens. It's easy to show this path to anyone. Remember Shiv Baba, he alone is the purifier. He himself says, by remembering me, your sins will be erased, burnt away. He is such first-class blotting paper for the whole world. Everyone remembers him. It's easy to show this path to anyone. Remember Shiv Baba. The Father has shown you the way to remember him so that the stains of body consciousness that cover you are erased. Effort is required to become soul conscious. No one tells Baba the truth. Some write a chart and they send it to Baba, and then they become tired. The destination is very high. Maya completely breaks all their intoxication, and then they stop writing their chart. The body consciousness of half a cycle cannot be shed. The Father says, simply continue to do this business. Remember the Father, inspire others to do the same, that's all. This is the highest business of all. Those who don't stay in remembrance will not do this business. The remembrance of the Father is the fire of yoga with which your sins are burnt away. This is why you are asked to what extent your sins have been burnt away. The more you remember the Father, the higher your mercy of happiness will remain. Each of you can know your own heart. You can also know those of others from the service that they do. You show the others the path to remember Baba. He is the purifier. This here is an impure Tamo Pradhan world. All souls and their bodies are Tamo Pradhan. You now have to return home. There all souls remain pure. Only then, when they become pure, can they return home. You also have to show others this path. The Father shows you a very good method. Remember Shiv Baba. Use this blotting paper and all your sins will be absorbed, and your sinful actions will be absolved. The most important thing is to become pure. It's because human beings have become impure that they call out, "O purifier, come. Come and purify everyone and take us back with you." It is written that he purifies all souls and takes them back home, so that not a single impure soul remains. It's also explained that the residents of heaven will come in the beginning. The medicine that the Father gives is for everyone. Give everyone you meet this medicine. So the ones who will stay behind aren't advanced party by the classical definition of advanced party, but they're advanced parties who had a life of effort making and they're mostly pure. So only they can be at the end and deal with the mess and not be affected. Plus, they won't talk about the mess during the transition to the Golden Age plan. The medicine that the Father gives is for everyone. Give everyone you meet this medicine. You want to go to the Father because you souls are impure. You cannot return there. You want to return to the Father, but because you souls are impure, you cannot return there. Become pure and you will then be able to go there. O souls, remember me, and I will take you back with me. Then from there I will send you to happiness. Then when the world becomes old, you will see sorrow again. I don't cause sorrow for anyone. Each one of you should check yourself. Do I remember Baba? So you will experience sorrow again, but not because of Baba. You'll experience sorrow because the world becomes old. Your body's become old. Even your mind is getting old. The more you remember him, the higher your mercy of happiness will rise. This is such easy medicine. None of the sages or holy men know about this medicine. It is not written anywhere. This is something completely new. The account of sin are not attached to bodies. The whole parts are recorded in such tiny souls. When souls are impure, there is the effect of that impurity on the living beings. When souls become pure, they receive pure bodies. It is souls that become happy and souls that become unhappy. When a body is hurt, it is the soul that feels the pain. It is said this one is an unhappy soul, and that one is a happy soul. It's a wonder how such a tiny soul plays such a part. The Father is the bestower of happiness. This is why people remember him. It is Ravan that causes soul. It is body consciousness that comes first. The Father explains, you now have to become soul conscious. This requires great effort. Baba knows that it is with great difficulty that you remember him in your heart and in the way that you should. Even whilst living here, many of you forget him. If you were soul conscious, you would not commit sin. The Father's orders are, hear no evil. Because human beings are like monkeys, they use the image of the monkeys to represent human beings. Because really only monkeys hear evil, see evil, and speak evil. There are many who continue to gossip throughout the day. Therefore, the Father has to explain. At all the centers, there are some people who continue to cause sorrow for one another. There are some good ones who stay in remembrance of the Father. They believe that they mustn't cause anyone sorrow with their thoughts, words, or deeds. Right? You shouldn't give sorrow, sadness through your thoughts, words, or deeds. If you cause anyone sorrow, even with your words, then you will die in sorrow. The Father says, you children have to give everyone happiness. Tell everyone, be soul conscious. Remember the Father and don't talk about any give and take of money. Simply remember the lovely Father, and your sins will be burnt away, and you'll become masters of the world. So generally speaking, you want to avoid doing business with Brahmins. God says, man above. God says, remember me alone, and also remember your inheritance. Don't talk about anything else among yourselves. Simply remember the Father and benefit others. Your stage would be so sweet, anyone who comes would say, Baba's children are blocking people. You don't have that stage now. If anyone were to ask Baba, then let alone blotting paper, you haven't even yet become paper. Baba is speaking to you children at all the centers. There are children at all the centers in Bombay, Calcutta, Delhi, etc. Sometimes Baba receives reports. Such and such a child is causing a lot of trouble. Instead of making others into charitable souls, he makes them into even more sinful souls. Baba would instantly tell anyone who asked him, Shiv Baba knows everything. He has all the accounts. Even this Baba can tell you. Everything can be understood from your face. This Baba is also intoxicated with remembrance. His face is cheerful and happy, like those of the deities. When a soul is happy, when a soul is truly happy, then
he smiles.
His body appears to be happy, so smiling is part of it. When a body suffers, it is the soul that feels the pain. Continue to tell everyone one thing. Shiv Baba says, remember me and your sins will be absolved. Continue to tell everyone one thing. Shiv Baba says, remember me and your sins will be absolved. They have written, God, Krishna speaks. So many people remember Krishna, yet their sins are not absolved. Instead, they become even more impure. They don't even know whom they have remembered. They don't know the form of God. They say that he is omnipresent, but just as the soul is a
point
star, just as the soul is a star, so the Supreme Soul is also a star. So we're stars and we're sitars. Because they also say that each soul is the same as the Supreme Soul. So in those terms, he too is also a point. Such a tiny soul enters this body. He says to all the points, children, constantly remember me alone. We speak with these organs. Soul cannot make a sound without organs. You can say that the form of each soul and the Supreme Soul are the same, can you not? Not that they're one, but they're the same. The Supreme Soul cannot be a huge lingam image or anything else like that. Father says, I too am such a point, but I am the purifier, as you souls are all impure. This is such a simple matter. Now become soul conscious and remember me. the Father and show this path to others. I simply tell you one about. Then I explain a little detail about all the twigs and branches. First, you are Sattva-Pradhan, then go through the stages of Sattva, Raja, and Tama. There are many stains on souls when they become sinful souls. How can those stains be removed? Those people believe that sin will be erased by bathing in the Ganges. However, when they're doing that, they're just only
Getting more dirty?
well, yes, but all they're doing is bathing their bodies. The soul isn't being bathed, so how could it become more pure? A soul can only become pure by remembering the Father. This is known as the pilgrimage of remembrance. This is so simple. The Father continues to explain this to you every day. In the Gita too, they emphasize man above. You will definitely receive your inheritance, but you just have to remember me so that your sins can be erased. The Father is the imperishable blotting paper. He's using this in his titles. Father says, by remembering me, you become pure, whereas rather makes you impure. Therefore, you should remember such a Father. You can imagine the condition of those who don't remember Father. The Father explains, children, renounce everything else. Simply remember one thing. Become soul conscious and constantly remember me alone. That's all. You understand that each soul sheds his body and takes another. It is the soul that experiences happiness and sorrow. So never hurt one another's heart. Give happiness to one another. This is your business. There are many who continue to cause sorrow for one another. They remain trapped in the bodies of one another. They continue to remember one another throughout the day. Maya is very clever. Baba does not mention any names. That is why Baba says, children, may you be so conscious. This knowledge is very easy. It is remembrance that is difficult. Those people study so many subjects of that knowledge for 15 to 20 years. This knowledge is very easy. To know the drama is like a story. It's not a big thing to conduct a Murli. It is remembrance that causes great difficulty. Baba then says, drum. Nonetheless, continue to make effort. Remember the Father, and your sins will be burnt away in the fire of yoga. Some very good children fail in this practice. Acha. To the sweetest beloved, long lost and now found children, love and moments and good morning. From the mother and the father, Bhaktara, the spiritual father says, Namaste to you, spiritual children. And
the spiritual children say Namaste to the spiritual father.
Lessons are done. Number one, never hurt anyone's heart, including your own. Stay in remembrance of the one Father and remind others of them. Two, in order to erase the stains of sins, the stain of any sin, become
Soul conscious.
Very good. I thought you're all going to say blood and become soul conscious and remember the Father. Oh, become soul conscious and remember the Father.
And pick up the blood.
The imperishable blood.
The imperishable blotting paper. Very good. Make your state so sweet that you continue to benefit everyone. Listen, may you be an embodiment of power and hoist the flag of newness with your greatness. Now, according to the closeness of time, when you influence others with your form of power, you will then be able to bring the final revelation closer. Just as you have revealed love and cooperation in the same way, give the experience of your form of power in the mirror of the service you do. Put your power into the service you do. And the mirror of your power and virtues will be revealed. When you hoist the flag of newness of your Shakti form, when you hoist the flag of newness of your Shakti form with your greatness, so newness and power, with your greatness, revelation will take place. Give a vision of the Almighty Authority Father with your form of power. Slogan, to donate the powers with your mind and virtues with your actions are great donations. Avyat Signa. Make your foundation of faith strong and remain constantly fearless and carefree. The Father has full faith in each other. You are my children, who are destroyers of obstacles. Worthy of worship souls, you children are ahead of the Father. You are instruments who make the Father carefree. And each one of you is a special soul that always gives good news. Have such faith in yourself that you become an embodiment of awareness, and you will then become victorious. Have faith in yourself, you become an embodiment of awareness, and you will experience being victorious. Om Shanti.